Because they said today you play Parrot and now you are going to play Amazulu. And then I said to them, I'm going to try. But they say, bring us the gift. And then because they like chocolate.
Strong opinions, strong sources, strong sport.
You're getting yourself into something that where you don't belong. It's our money, not his money. This is SAFA's money. It comes from our players in Northwest, in Volmaranstad. It comes from all over. It comes from Kev and it comes from that. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have a company. Yeah, take that video. It will go viral.
Hashtag MSW. No protection. No PR spin. Just accountability.
Imana angalela as ama fans Kaiser Chiefs ayikho into esingayenze yona le club le siyayithenga imjezi siyawathenga amathikithi siyahamba kuyibuka no match ukuthi idlala kephi siyahamba sigibele ngemali zethu siyosupport ngoba siyayithanda le club but the club doesn't care about us. It doesn't. Kaiser Chiefs ain't indaba nama fans.
Kaiser, I'm doing Junior, Kaiser Chiefs Sporting Director, sir. I don't know if you're aware, right? So there is a new record that is on site for Kaiser Chiefs. I don't know if from a technical perspective you're aware of this record.
So I'm assuming you're telling me because it's a negative record, Rob.
There's nothing positive we spoke about.
Okay, so then I'm definitely not aware of it then.
Are you aware that one more defeat will be the new club record? That Chiefs have lost 4 consecutive games in all competitions, equaling their worst run in PSL history. I'm saying this in the event that some of the players, if they're listening, that there is a new club record that is pending. And you rightfully said, it isn't a positive one.
This is where sport breaks, bends, and gets told straight.
Ubrake for Junior, is he a silent chairman? If not, can we please be addressed by him? Boy.
Saying that is Kaiser Senior a silent chairman?
He's at the head of every decision that we make.
Uzophelelo Moya, that's basically what she was saying in the end.
Marawa Sports worldwide on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. Hashtag MSW.
Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets. Good evening and welcome.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Well, the big question is, where do we even begin, man? So many things that took our eyes and firmly focused on the sporting side of life, man. I watched the Springboks Sevens, the team. They did so well. Obviously very excited with Formula One coming back again. All eyes were set on seeing whether will it be Russell or. We'll keep up to date with all of that and a whole lot more. We'll hear from you as well. What caught your attention? But like I say, the Springbok Sevens team, surging into pole position at the HSBC World 7 Series after clinching the Vancouver crown with a 38-12 demolition of Spain in that final.
Spain get us underway. Jaime Manteiga goes to the far side. It's been taken by Lades. South Africa leading Spain by one converted try. And here comes South Africa looking to open the scoring with Sebastian Job. He might do it all by himself. He will. What a run that is. Sebastian Job, the junior Springbok, has scored a cracking solo try.
There's no way he's going to... Job, look at them here. They reset nice and deep. Ball in 2 hands, just a footwork of the young man. Bang, bang, bang. He gets on the outside of the defence quite easily. They were too spread defensively, and when you got guys that can really jam real quick like Job, that's an easy mismatch.
Yeah, all eyes are set on Formula One with George Russell opening Formula One's a new era with a commanding win at the Australian Grand Prix, leading home Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli after an early duel though with Ferrari's Charles Leclerc. The Briton as well as Leclerc traded places in that opening couple of laps, but also Ferrari's decision to stay out during a virtual safety car proved costly. Now Russell actually seized control to secure a comfortable victory with Leclerc settling for third ahead of Lewis Hamilton.
Feeling incredible. It was a hell of a fight at the beginning. We knew it was going to be challenging. I got on the grid. I saw my battery level, I had nothing in the tank, made a bad start, and then obviously some really tight battles with Charles, so I was really glad to cross the finish line, but honestly, thank you so much to the whole team, because it's been a long time coming to have this car beneath us, and I'm going to start off in a better way.
Well, Russell's teammate was again relieved to fight back to second, having dropped down to seventh at the start before weaving his way back into the podium positions. Antonelli admitted, though, that his poor start cost him dearly in the Australian Grand Prix, but was encouraged by the strength of his pace as he recovered.
Unfortunately, the start was really bad and lost a lot of pace. I'm in a lot of places, and I find myself, that I had to recover, but overall was a good race. The pace was very strong, especially at the end, and just looking forward to next week.
And also, Charles Leclerc secured his first podium for Ferrari since Mexico last year, finishing third in the Australian Grand Prix. The 28-year-old battled Russell in the opening laps, but was also left frustrated after Ferrari failed to pit under the virtual safety car, a strategic misstep that cost him a shot at victory.
It's been quite challenging, but I was happy to get out of this battle in first. Unfortunately, that didn't help us for the rest of the race, but it was a fun first part of the race. Then P3 is the best we could do today.
Reaction Monday, Babu Marawa, I want to react on two things. Firstly, that interview on Friday with the chief sporting director. Hey, that guy wasted an hour of a legend. He's supposed to have a legend, then he wasted an hour. He said a lot of nothing. That guy there. He sounded like a politician. It was like I'm listening to Figil and Balula. It's like listening to Figil and Balula. It sounded like a politician. That guy. He was busy dribbling everyone there. Even Europe, he got trebles there. That guy he was our hour there. That hour belonged to a legend. Then him down come and waste our hour there. And lastly, you see that coach. I said this thing before. I said it now. See that coach, coach Tinker. That guy is very much overrated. He's not that good, that guy. If you can take that team and give to Kanele Cup or Tesmalisela, that team can win a cup, that team can win a league. Because the goal players, but the coach, I'm not sure with the coach.
Sure, that's how we kickstart Reaction Monday, hey? Holding nothing back. Well, that's the way we love it, whether we're being dribbled or not.
Hi, Mr. Marawa and the team. After watching the Mutsipe Foundation clubs playing against the PSL clubs in the Nedbank, I couldn't depict the gulf. The only gulf might be funding, not in terms of competitiveness. Secondly, Mr. Marawa, can you please invite someone from the PSL to come and explain to us what processes should clubs follow if they want their PSL matches to be postponed, because it's a bit confusing. David in Parkwood.
David, noted. Thank you so much indeed. I know we always try to get someone from the PSL to come and address certain issues. Not the easiest thing to achieve.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening to MSW listeners. This is Lawrence from Protea Glen. Rob, this weekend of Nedbank, it showed that the first division teams are up in arms. They are definitely up in arms. Casric Stars and Milford for knocking out the Premier League teams. It's unfortunate that the draw has drawn them together now. You can see, I think Mr. TS Galaxy is smiling wherever he is because he had won this before. He is hoping to win it again and go to the CAF competitions. But that was the best game of footballs that we have seen. And Durban City better be wary. They better be wary of TS Galaxy. For sure, the guy, he wants to repeat what he did back in 2020. Thank you, Rob, for the good show as always.
Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your views. It is Reaction Monday where you get it off your chest and simply reacting to what happened over the weekend. Nedbank Cup took center stage. And he's right. I mean, we're going to be chatting to Baxim Tombeni en route to yet another draw on a Monday. I think every time he talks to us on a Monday, goes for a draw, he pulls off a victory. So maybe this should happen right up until he gets to the final. And then we bring that trophy with him here. That's the only way. He's got his winning formula. Reaction Monday. Pick up your phone. Talk to us. But you know, when you talk about these things and just factually what Nedbank Cup does for clubs, especially the lower division teams, it asks a lot of questions. And maybe you can answer them by watching those games and seeing what the outcomes are and celebrating those victories. Is there much of a gap, though? So maybe a lot of people say there's Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, and then they say then the rest. Because everybody's scrambling thereafter. I mean, how big is the gulf? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Ukhuluma noSibongeleni wakamkhwani kamgaya Matafeni. It is a pointing weekend for AmaZulu and Golden Arrows go Nedbank Cup. Everyone was wishing that both teams could progress to the next round. Kuma semi-finals were Nedbank Cup, but it never happened, Mr. Marawa. And I was worried about my team AmaZulu prior to Casric Stars game because I watched the team midweek against Makis. They were far from convincing in terms of performance, and it's proved that over the weekend that we are deep in form. The form that we showed at the start of the season. But I think we need to go back to the drawing board and try to rectify our mistakes. Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Control as always.
Yeah, saying hard luck to all the KZN teams. Hey, this is drawing board. At what stage do people accept that it goes beyond that? Anyone could have taken that match. And I know that you're a big AmaZulu fan, and AmaZulu have really been doing well under this one in charge. It's just cup pedigree. You know, it's what you bring onto the table, knowing that those 90 minutes, and you're trying to avoid going to extra time because you know, clubs like Casric, they'll benefit if things like that do happen. But there was also a lot of talkability, man, around the cricket, and even on social media. Just talking about this dominance in India. And how everything is favoring them, whether it's conditions, it favors them. It's decisions, it favors India. Maybe I'll get your thoughts on it. But the Indian captain, Suryakumar Yadav, admitted, though, that the scale of his side's record third T20 World Cup victory will take time to sink in after the 96-run triumph over New Zealand. And speaking moments after lifting the trophy in front of more than 100,000 fans, Yadav described the journey since the 2024 World Cup is unbelievable and said that the feeling was hard to put into words.
Firstly, happy Women's Day to you, and obviously very happy, but it'll take a little bit of time to sink in. We just come out of a game and it was a good game, obviously playing at home. Definitely when we wake up tomorrow and go back home, or I don't know where we are going, but it'll be a special feeling. But yeah, very excited. Whatever happened in the last 2 years, post 2024 T20 World Cup until today, I think it was unbelievable. And the feeling, I think, currently I don't know how do I share it, but it has been a wonderful journey. Very happy, obviously very happy, because the way they played, they responded really well throughout the last 2 years. The way the brand of cricket which we wanted to play, I think it was really important to sit together, understand what this team demands, and performing their roles, understanding their responsibilities, chipping in at the right time, talking to each player when someone is not doing well. I think that is more important for me. When someone is not doing well, you try and spend time with him, take him out for dinners, talk to him, because those are the players who at the right time will do something special for you, like how Abhishek did just now and Sanju did in the last 3 games. So all these things really matter to me. I think a freedom of speech in the dressing room, that is very, very important for me, and obviously Gautibai will agree with me as well, because if you don't listen to everyone, you can't take everyone together and win a trophy.
Well, the head coach, Gautam Gambhir, says that he doesn't believe in inheriting success, but in creating something of his own after guiding the world champions to 3 titles in the past 2 years. Reflecting on the challenge of leading a side with huge expectations, he emphasized, though, that his focus has been in instilling a fearless brand of cricket.
I don't believe in inheriting anything. I believe in creating something. And hopefully we've created something which probably all of you guys could be proud of, that the kind of brand of cricket we've played. So it is not only about inheriting a team, it is also about creating something of your own. So that is something for me which was always something I wanted to do as a coach, that can we play a completely different brand of cricket, where people can go and say that this is the team that has consistently outscored, out-bowled, and has been a fearless group of players who do not fear losing a game of cricket. And I promise you, we have spoken so many times in the dressing room that the first discussion that we always used to have was that we're not going to fear losing a game of cricket. For too long, I think it's important for us to change that mindset, and that's the reason why I say that I think we've created something which all the people in that dressing room can be really proud of, and I'm sure I think they should be, and the entire country should be proud of all of them.
Well, on the losing side, New Zealand captain, though, Mitchell Satner admitted, though, that his side were outplayed by a very, very good team after the T20 defeat, praising the opposition's ability to thrive on flat wickets against quality sides.
Yeah, a very good team. I think they know how to play in these conditions. They play on a lot of flat wickets against quality sides, and they showed that again today. That once they're going, it's pretty tough to stop. So I think for us it was, whether it was being braver with Yorkers or bouncers, I think we tried a lot of the cutters into the wicket that, on wickets that aren't offering it much, they just kind of go as well. So I think, they did knock it around at times, and I think when we did, use the slower bouncers, the Yorkers, for that little phase in the middle, we were able to slow them down. But I think, again, the damage was done, and then, Dubé come in at the end and hitting, they're all striking it pretty well at the moment. So I think, 230, we could have taken 230 on a pretty good wicket.
Hi, MSW, stakeholders, good evening. Hey, can the pola this FA Cup from South Africa and UK, Casric Stars, Milford, Southampton. Buy some ticket, SS, football will kill you a very slow death. Very slow death. It's true.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time.
#MSW. Getting the whole family to agree on what to do together. That's not always easy. But agreeing on ribs at Spur, that part's simple. Seasoned with our signature spice, marinated for 24 hours till perfectly tender, then grilled to perfection by our master griller to lock in that unmistakable flavor. Get 400 grams of Spur's fall-off-the-bone pork ribs with crispy onion rings and golden chips for just $149.90. Spur, people with a taste for life. T's and C's apply.
Some moments are personal. Some spaces are professional. All of them deserve care. At Frond and Filigree, we create handcrafted floral experiences for life's meaningful moments and the places where they happen. From birthdays and anniversaries to hotels, offices and events, our bespoke arrangements are designed with artistry and intention. Because when flowers are done right, they elevate every moment. Visit frondandfiligree.co.za.
Here's what you missed on Naked Wheel Talk on 947 Drive with Tando.
We're talking about pre-owned cars today.
Yes.
The perks, the downsides. You take it away, brother.
I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm currently in the market. I'm buying a pre-owned car. I've always bought pre-owned cars ever since I started driving cars because I believe there's a lot of value there. You can pick up a pre-owned car.
But you don't have that smell, Kumbi. You know that smell of a new car.
That smell, it literally gets out the moment you drive out of that dealership and depreciation hits you anyway. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with buying a pre-owned. Don't get me wrong. And here is where now the naked data will actually come in. 3 out of 4 people that are getting insurance for the first time are getting insurance on a pre-owned car.
Wow.
So, and that just also tells you in terms of where the pre-owned car market is actually going at.
Got a car question keeping you up at night? Post your questions on 947's Facebook or X page. Naked Wheel Talk, every Thursday on 947 Drive with Tando. Everything cars, covered. More at primemediaplus.com.
Feel like taking off? Lotto Stars Crash games aren't just fast, they're explosive. Bet now on Aviator, Crash Royale, Jet X, Moonshine, Crash X, and many more. One perfect cash out could hit payouts of up to 50 million rand in seconds. Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. Winners know when to stop. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Introducing the new Samsung Galaxy S26 from Vodacom. The easiest AI phone. For just 849 per month over 36 months on our 3 gig record plan. Get yours with 512 gigs of memory for the the price of 256 gigs while stocks last. Enhance your deal. Add the Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 eSIM for $149 per month over 36 months. Available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Further together. Vodacom.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Kaiser, I'm doing Junior, Kaiser Chiefs Sporting Director. Sir, why do you think Chiefs aren't converting? Give me 2 reasons from your observation.
Oh, quite freely, from my observation, I think we feel very anxious in front of goal. I think if you look at the chances we're creating, I mean, even the game we lost in Nedbank against Stellenbosch, we had one-on-ones that we created, great build-up play, getting behind the defence, and then simply missing a one-on-one. So you ask yourself why.
I'll leave you with 4 observations as to why Kaiser Chiefs are not converting.
Sure.
The players take poor quality shots. That's one. 92% of the shots are speculative. 8% are in decent positions. 8%, which closely correlates with the 6% conversion rate. So the decision making is wrong. So they shoot instead of crossing, shooting when others are in better positions.
All right, I'm not here to come with excuses. We're not here to put a band-aid over anything, and we feel the pain.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. Hashtag MSW.
Oh, Casric Stars.
On the edge of the area, Makua. Turn, Chauke! They scored! That's a goal for Casric. Chauke! Has he won it here in the closing stages? Back from injury, sneaks it in off the post. Casric Stars are 5 minutes away from the semi-finals.
Now, this is a clever
played
pass.
A lovely little pass. The man with the gloves, Makua, all afternoon. Lovely little passes, lovely little interventions. Set Chauke up here. It's a good turn. Wide of a 40. Who might have got a bit more of a hand on that.
I don't think so.
Have a look at this. Is it stretched out fully? Maybe not.
Is it? Maybe not. But it is. I can tell you that much because we all know that football is a way of delivering moments that go far beyond the 90 minutes. I mean, moments where, you know, there's a sense of belief that meets destiny, where the heart kind of meets history, and where the beautiful game becomes something deeply personal. And that is why tonight we turn our attention to one of the most inspiring stories of this season's Nedbank Cup. I mean, a night where courage, where there was resilience, emotion colliding under the bright lights. And against the odds, though, Casric Stars once again, proving that dreams don't belong only to the giants of the game, and standing in their path was a top-flight team in Namazulu. I mean, that's a club with pedigree. That's a team with experience. Very, very exceptional as well. But hey, they advance. You know, Cup football, as we know, it writes its own script. And that's why after 120 minutes of drama, grit and tactical brilliance, Casric Stars stunned the football fraternity with that 2-1 extra time victory, sending shockwaves right throughout the competition and also booking their place in the semi-finals. When the final whistle blew, the moment kind of transcended football. People were overcome with emotion. We all saw that on television. The mastermind behind the victory, I mean, he dropped to his knees, paying tribute to the spirit and the memory of his late mother in a scene that reminded us all why this game means so much. I mean, it was very powerful. It was emotional, unforgettable. And joining us now is the man at the heart of that giant-killing performance, the head coach, the co-owner of Casric Stars, up the Bucks Mtombeni. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. Good evening to all the listeners. And I just say it's now, and thank you.
I can tell you probably didn't sleep much. I can tell that it's still running through your veins, all of that emotion. When you drop down to your knees, just give us a sense. I mean, let's put football aside for 1 second. When that moment happened and that reaction came through from you, what was going through your mind?
I feel so emotional. Because of before the game, we pray. I pray 7 times a day just to give in to the mighty. They say God doesn't want to know how much you pray, but the way that God gave to me, I was just thanks to God. But while I was praying there, then spiritually, I had to just think of the parents and just my mom come to the lights while I was praying. It was two gentlemen. They just come and raise me up. They were thinking I'm doing something. Whereas I was just say thank you to Lord, and then because we all believe to the Lord, and then the way the game was, and at least we didn't even go to penalty. I was just saying thank you to the Lord.
What do you think your mom would have said to you?
She was so proud, always telling me one thing. Say he prefer us to play football than to do all the wrong things, because of, they say, the kids that are not more in sports, they are tempted to many things, you understand. But then he was always supporting soccer so much, and then he watched football from the 1 o'clock up until 11 o'clock at night. And he used to love wrestling, but it was before he passed away in 2023. And then he said to me, my son, I know you love football, but I wish one day you can be live on TV just to see you. But in the grace of the Lord, I think I think I fulfill his dream, no matter his normal.
So you just have one more hurdle, Bucks, is to go to the final now.
Definitely, we just now waiting for a draw, but I think the boys they want it more than I want, and then the spirit in camp it's so good. But one thing that I tell the boys and today, because we learned it Saturday night, I say we must not be overexcited, and then now we need to go back and focus to our long journey, of which it's a league and it's against Ducks on Wednesday. And then they say champion celebrate in style. We cannot now celebrate that we have won we are in the final already. We are still in the journey towards the final. But where we are, we have put ourselves in the right position, and then for especially for the brand. I think the brand is known now, and then the players are known. They have marketed themselves, but they mustn't forget the objective is to go back to our journey, and then to try to get automatical promotion. Because the trophy, it's a short term, actually, where you can play 5 games and you're at the final, you win it or you don't win it. But the bad way, it's something that it's going to be the most achievement in life.
You got to get to the final, though. I hear you about getting into Betway. That'll be wonderful to be in the Premiership, and you've showed why. I mean, you've had a giant killing spree, Orlando Pirates, Amazulu. So you've shown that you belong. You've shown that it's a league that you wouldn't be scared to be a part of, or even come through and dominate. The last time I spoke to you, and again, you were on your way to the draw. So that's why I'm saying that every Monday after you win, you must pick up your good luck charms here on MSW. Then you take it to the draw. Are you still trying to avoid Tears Galaxy?
Definitely, I respect him as a brother. You know, of course, he's there already. He's at the Betway, and he's doing very well. I'm not like too choosy, but it can be so good if Mpumalanga versus Bebens, and then after that we can by the grace, and then we both go to final. But remember, this is an open and a fair toss. I cannot choose, but it can be so nice if you can avoid one another.
You know, you got a lot of fans, eh?
Good evening, Rob, and all the listeners. This is Joel from Watfield in Benoni. My reaction Monday, it has to be on the game that was played in the Nedbank Cup between Casric Stars and Amazu. Congratulations to the boys of Casric. When they first beat Orlando Pirates, I thought maybe they were just lucky. But now, this past weekend, they have proved to us that they are also a strong team. They come into the game well planned and they execute their game plan. And yeah, big ups to them. I wish them all the best. Maybe they can go all the way to the finals, even though I know it might not be as easy as we might think. Thank you, Rob. Sharp.
Thank you so much indeed. Bugs, your response to that voice note.
Thank you, my brother. I'm humble. I know it's not going to be easy at all, but especially semi-final. I think they are going to be against the coach that are going to be more tactical because of now. I think everyone now he has to make sure that he monitor our style of play, and then we are going to be against the best. Even Milford is the best team. We all saw that they play very good football, Galaxy, and then they win it before. But what I wanted to say, we're gonna give it all. We're gonna give it a fight, and then we cannot beat Orlando Pirates, beat Amazon, and come here and disappoint our fellow supporters. And thank you to. And then even I was watching the fan base. I know that people that they could believe in us, and thank you very much. I'm humble. I will try my best to make sure that those that are giving a bet to Casric to try our best to go through to the final, but with no any pressure. We'll just now wait for the fixture, and then we'll try our best to give it the last fight.
I mean, you wear two hats. I mentioned in the beginning that you are both the coach and the co-owner of the club. I mean, how challenging is it to sort of balance the emotional investment of ownership with the tactical demands of coaching?
No. Now let me just talk with the cap of the coach, Mr. Robbie. Let me not confuse people. I'm not in the position of talking about the chairman, because we got Mr. Kezo Mokansi who's playing that role, and then now I will be talking in the cap. I'm wearing a cap of the coach.
Do they give the coach a bonus?
Definitely, I signed a contract. Because remember, I'm also reporting to somebody above me. I think we got a structure. I am a coach. I'm any game that I win, I also entitled to get the bonus. And then whenever they are calling a meeting, I'm sitting with the technical team, and then the players, they address us. Let me clarify this. I don't want to come here and say I'm a what. I'm a coach at Casric. I was given this position and entrusted that I'd like to be a coach of the team. I'm wearing a coach cap as from today. I think I want to clear this.
Marawa, as you interview Pax Mtombeni, I'm saying good luck to his team and to himself as a coach. Albeit that I'm still having this heart that is torn asunder as they knocked out my Orlando Pirates. But the best of the best is that my wish is that Casric and TS Galaxy, they must avoid each other. I'm yearning to see a final from Mpumalanga. Thank you. Butinkongi Bonafide sign of Indwe.
Good show as always, Robert. I just want to ask the coach. I mean, there are so many teams in the NF2 who are really doing quite so well. You look at Kruger, you look at Casric, you look at Melford, you look at Cape Town City. How is the competition going? Because now we call it a squeaky bum time. It's getting hot. It's getting hot, and they are chasing two bids now. That is the league qualification going to the PSL and the Nedbank Cup. So what is he prioritizing? Thank you, Rob Odysseus in Cape Town.
Quite difficult. I think the previous Putinkongi was talking about what you said you want, which is, Mpumalanga final, and a lot of people would agree with that. But what Audacious is talking about here is the priority, and I think you've mentioned that prioritizing getting to the Bedway Premiership is one of those. But once you're in the semi-final, Coach Bucks, and you've destroyed the kind of opposition that you've destroyed on your way to being in the semi-final, I mean, surely not just about the 7 million rand. It's, I don't know, the prestige, the power that Casric then draws. And who knows? Who knows what might come after that?
Rob, I remember you say, can I be one of your guests if I can go through? And then it's still a journey. But what I wanted to say, Mr. Rob, I'm happy because of we play more games. It prepared the players mentally and physically better. Because of we went to break, a long break in December. Then when the players come back, they were not in the same level. Then we had to start afresh. If you can look at my results, when we come back from the holidays, they was not good. We had to draw against a Wanderers. We had to play draw against Cape Town City, where we missed a penalty. But now at least we are back to the winning run. More games are very good for us as coaches. Look at like Betway teams, and then they play 3 games in 7 days. We play 1 game in 7 days, and then during FIFA week, we and then the break it's affect the performance of most of the team because we don't have a trophy except Nedbank. It helps us better, and then for the players to be always ready for the next match. Like now we play weekends. We are playing on Wednesday. We are playing against on Saturday. I think it's helped us a lot, and even plus rotating to rotate the players and to give another player's chance.
What song were you singing when you celebrated?
Me.
Oh. I hear you're a good singer, Coach.
Definitely, I'm a good singer. When I sing in the dressing room, I used to say Noma kunzima.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Coach.
Kodwa phambili khona siyaya.
Don't say it. Sing it.
Noma kunzima, noma uyenyukela kodwa ikholo lami ngiyohleli ngihleli kilo.
Tata, Coach. Oh man, I wish you everything of the best, Buxom Tombeni. And you mentioned it. You said you wanted to come through and be a guest. You've earned it. You've earned it. Whatever happens, whoever you get in the semifinals, you have earned the right to come and sit here with us. There are so many people that would love to interact with you. We've all seen, the entire country and the continent has seen what Casric Stars is all about. So everything of the best. I wish you luck tonight, and I wish you luck in the next round.
Thank you, Robbie. You know that you are one of my favorites. And then you are my legends. I can say a lot of. One day with me and we'll have a coffee, and then you admire me a lot to make me to realize that who I am, and I'm humble, but I will always never forget the people that are supporting me from the office, even the players. But unity is power, and I always put God first. But I don't want to be too excited. I will always humble myself, and then to Atazwane, he's a very good coach, and Taflake to Amazulu, and then I'm still learning under the Lord, like the likes of Pizzo, Steve Compella, Mukwena, Gavin Hunt. I'm learning under them. Those are the coaches that they always make me to respect football, and I love them all. I can mention a lot. But thank you to all the listeners today, and good night.
Coach, just a quick one. While we were talking, I just got a message, and we've got to do this very, very quickly. I was asked to ask you if you have a sponsor.
Definitely, Mr. Rob.
Do you have a sponsor?
We don't have a sponsor, Rob. We can be so happy if one can raise his hands. I think now people know who's Casric, and then but we can be so happy if we can get a sponsor just to have, our grant, Robbie.
Yes.
It's 75% less than the Premiership, but we thank you even to the sponsors for what they are giving to us. If you can have a sponsor, we can be so happy.
Can I get your permission live on radio to pass on your number to something that's potentially going to be very positive for you? Can I do that?
Mr. Robbie, okay, I think you got my number already.
Of course I do.
But I've got the office people that they are dealing with that. While you have my number, Robbie, I will also give, there's a communication manager, Mr. Luther. I will also try off air to give you the number for Mr. Luther, who's all dealing with the administration.
Perfect.
Mr. Rob, let me not now try to be a driver and
bus driver.
Bus driver.
Hey.
I respect the office so much.
Yes.
I don't want to see myself that I'm a jack of all trades. We got a structure in the team. I will make sure that I send the information to the relevant people to can give it to the people that they want. But I know that you got my number, Robbie. Okay. That is why you're able to call me. If there's anything, I'm willing to pass the person to the right department.
Okay. Buxom Tambedi, thank you so much indeed. Yeah, that's how life happens, man. You talk on the radio, we have a discussion about football, a team does well, they've showcased their strength, and then somewhere there's an interest.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
She shares one vet bill, Fluffy's X-rays, $3,000. Cue the chorus.
My dog's teeth cost more than my own dentist. Medical aid for a dog. I got my dog.
Until
First for Women, pet insurance claim approved.
we got you. 'Cause we get you. That's why our Fur Baby plan covers Fluffy for accidents, hospital stays, and surgery. Her first, then her pet, then her everything. Visit firstforwomen.co.za, a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's online.
Does Fluffy have a funeral plan too?
So, when are you lovebirds finally going to get married? Aibo! Your cousin Tandi just had a second baby, and I heard
You can't pause life, but you can take a holiday from payments. Get the Suzuki Jimny 5-door and Suzuki will cover up to your first 3 installments, so you can explore without limits this summer. Visit suzukiauto.co.za. T's and C's apply.
Mzansi, get ready to tap into pure app joy. It's McDonald's 30 days of happiness till 17 March. That's 30 days, 30 deals, all exclusively on the McDonald's app. We're talking unreal savings, from airtime and data rewards to awesome food deals to surprise match drops you will only find on the app. But don't sleep on it. Deals are limited and only while stocks last. Check your McDonald's app every day to see what's waiting for you. It's 30 days of happiness, only on the McDonald's app.
I heard her interviews run smoother because she somehow finds the right people the first time around.
Yeah, it's like she already knows who fits where before they even sit down.
She must have gone for special training, like some Sixth Sense HR certificate.
No, guys, it's SA Youth, the largest youth online recruitment platform. It's fast to post, effortless to use, and effective every time.
Recruit on the portal to potential. sayouth.co.za. Powering South Africa's youth workforce.
Are corporate strategy sessions, family commitments, and fitness pursuits draining you? Stay on top of your game with the world's #1 nutritional supplement drink, Ensure Gold. With HMB and triple protein, it provides 20 essential vitamins and minerals and is clinically proven to boost energy, build muscle, and support immunity. Why settle when you can go for gold? Get the daily strength you need from Ensure Gold. Available at all leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Ensure, the strength experts.
That's Harold Ned Forest Hotline, Rowan on the line.
Harold, help. Last year, I forgot my wife's birthday.
Whoops, let me guess. Things got a bit hairy, hey?
No, the exact opposite. She swapped my shampoo for hair remover. There's not a hair left on my head.
Ooh, smooth.
Please help me get it right this year.
You can get a lot more than right. Just visit Net Florist and order the biggest birthday bouquet you can, and your head will be all taken care of. Net Florist, it's easy to show you care.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Kaiser Chiefs Jr., Kaiser Chiefs sporting director, sir. 2 people have sat there in that chair. One was Pitso Msimane.
You never say never. Why should I not coach Kaiser Chiefs? Why should not?
This week, Benny McCarthy.
If nobody came knocking on my door, that means that they are happy. You're happy with what you have?
Asked him the very same question. Are those options for Kaiser Chiefs?
But we're mentioning some top individuals. It's also going to be unfair of me to sit here and talk about coaches when we are sitting here. We have coaches within the team. It's not professional. I have a lot of respect for both of those gentlemen.
You know, a big name team like Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah. Do you not feel or believe, though, that at some point you would need to associate yourself with the big name coach or coaches of the caliber of the two gentlemen that I've just mentioned now?
That's exactly what we want. You know, that's the direction where we see ourselves. Intercontinental football is a must. You know, so we want to be on that stage.
#MSW.
#MSW. Good evening, Rob. Your interview with Kaiser Jr. on Friday reaffirmed your standing as the top-tier broadcaster. You are not a caster-teeter, Rob. You are a Champions League of sports broadcasting. And I think on the sporting front, both Milford and Casric continue a fine form. But Rob, the past weekend also marked a historic event with School of Excellence starting their Gauteng Development League under the ownership of Upichipa Mpenyesi. Quite interesting to observe players coming in a cheapest technical sponsor tracksuits, but it was shocking when we saw them playing in the old School of Excellence kit. Equally surprising to see a single vehicle transporting multiple and making multiple trips to transport players, where one would typically expect a coordinated logistic plan. But also when they went into the field of play, they lost 3 games, which clearly indicates that they are not ready or prepared for this league. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Rob. And then you had SAFA executives who are supposed to lead us in a World Cup year, in a WAFCON year, and help our national teams thrive and compete at the highest level. Squabbling and bickering and acting just sheer buffoonery at executive meetings. I really don't know what's going on with our football, but yeah, no, we're being let down. We're being let down massively, and I don't know what direction we're going to go if we're continuing to be led by such leadership. Thanks a lot, Rob. Good evening to you and your listeners.
Evening, Port Robert. My reaction Monday is the scuffle that happened at SAFA. Scary stuff. But I fully understand the frustration of all those people, and a very stubborn president who has turned out a national association, if I can call it, made it his. Teddy Jordan must just move away. And lastly, the Cricket World Cup. India, there's just been a whole lot of scandal of pitch tampering and ball tampering, and there's just too many. But yeah, congrats to India for winning the T20 World Cup.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for your reactions. Big thanks to you, Debogo. Thanks for the kind words. I think it was an important conversation on Friday that needed to be had. And again, I thank Kaiser Chiefs for allowing it to happen. We also trying to set up a roundtable conversation with members of the South African Football Association, those who bothered to return messages and those who really bothered to put forward the interests of football. Because as you heard the previous 2 voice notes, indicating the drama wasn't on the pitch. It was in the boardroom of South African football's highest office over the weekend. I mean, the SAFA House became a stage for an explosive confrontation that sent shockwaves through the local football landscape. A National Executive Committee meeting meant to cover routine matters like financial reports and the date of the next elective Congress where Danny Jordan is expected to seek a 4th term. That kind of spiraled out of control. Spiraled into chaos. I mean, those videos show heated disputes over the agenda, escalating dramatically. That security had to be summoned. Members reportedly separated to avoid physical clashes. And at the center of the turmoil, I'm told, was a motion to suspend SAFA CEO, Lydia Manyapau, tabled by an NEC member demanding leadership and accountability. And all that dramatic footage as well captured raised voices, flaring tempers. I mean, one defiant declaration that, we're going nowhere. We were elected by the same Congress. So the meeting collapsed, as expected, marking a second failed NEC gathering in 3 months. And also left urgent questions about governance. Hey, governance, that's the key word. But are we seeing it? To try and unpack what happened here. We're joined by NEC member Gladwin White, who's witnessed the drama firsthand. Gladwin, thank you so much for your time. Good evening.
Good evening, Rob. Sorry, good evening to your listeners. And thanks for having us.
Yeah, I can tell. Still sounding very exhausted. It took a lot out. I think if those videos are anything to go by, Gladwin, how would you describe what South Africans witnessed?
Yeah, I must say, Rob, I've been on standby since 18:30 according to the agreement. However, I agree with the listeners. What transpired on Saturday was not really the ideal way we anticipated that things would work out. But when you are dealing with people who are adamant, putting the legal framework of the organization in abeyance to impose themselves on the majority they are possessing, things like this will come up. We are adamant to save the soul of the organization under the hands of the incumbent president and work together with his personal assistant and the supporters club.
I mean, you've said that the confrontation started over disagreements on the agenda. I mean, what are the specific items that caused that kind of standoff?
Just a brief context was, unfortunately myself, or rather fortunately, I've been on the radar of a suspension since March 2024. There was a special NEC meeting called an hour before a scheduled ordinary NEC meeting. The special one was called at 9 a.m. in March 2024, and the ordinary NEC meeting was at 10 a.m. So the ideal primary objective was to get rid of me. They could not get their motion through. So fast forward to in last year in June, we had, if you could remember, we had that long NEC night vigil meeting that started at 2 p.m. and ended up in the morning hours of just before 6 a.m. or past 6 a.m. So there was a frivolous motion there, a non-existent motion by a gentleman coming from leading Western Cape, adamant to suspend White, Mesias Monsiwa, Buddha Mutati, and Lebohang Reid. But the motion collapsed. So we went 14 October to Mbombela, just before the evening match of Bafana Bafana, where we dealt with those minutes of that night vigil NEC. And in those minutes, there was nothing of that discussion because the CEO has adopted a culture of manufacturing, of cooking minutes. And those minutes are not a true reflection of what was discussed, because even if we demand the transcripts and recordings, the instruction coming from the incumbent is not to provide such. So Mr. Monsiwa made a submission to the CEO that no, those minutes are incomplete because they does not include that particular main discussion of the attempt to suspend us. Meanwhile, in the June package, there is only two motions in there, and the motion was from White and from Reid, and those motions was on the basis of the systemic corruption that is being practiced by the incumbent and his supporters, and all of those points were voted against, and which means you are voting against all the legal framework which was crafted by people who came, ethical leaders who came before us. So now, on Saturday, the gentleman just stood up out of nowhere and said, no, he wants item 13 to be brought forward to item 6. Item 6, we are having an ordinary NEC, and this ordinary NEC has a standard agenda. Item 6, normally it's a matter that is dealing considering minutes of the previous meeting. So they wanted the item 13 because there is something, an email that he wrote to the personal assistant of the president, that he wants his matter, under matters arising, he wants his matter because the matter was not voted for. It was only ensured to vote for the suspension of the 4. He wants that matter to be discussed. So they wanted that thing, as they call from their caucus, they wanted that particular matter to be prioritized. We said, no, that's not meeting protocols. And we are not going to be imposed of the support, majority support that you guys are enjoying. This is not the Bloemfontein meeting where you brought adult world finances to come and, number one, to launch your campaign and to resolve on getting rid of people whom you deem as competitors. So in part of the agenda items was, number one, the auditor, the new auditor has raised adverse concerns that there is from the Legacy Trust, there was a last final tranche that was paid over. And they can't account to spending that particular last tranche of 22 million, as we were told early in 2022. So in 2021, we had the former NEC made a loan to FIFA. The loan was received in 2022. The loan was intended to settle all the bad debts, which amongst others would include the regional grants, amongst others would include outstanding prize monies for all competitions and the traveling subsidies. None of those were covered. The 22 million, as per the exchange rate and recorded in the audited financial year, no one knows except for the incumbent president and the CEO. So there is another adverse concern about the auditor. There is a 1.8 million which was disbursed as loans to several NEC members.
Yeah. But how does money of that magnitude, get sent to individuals who are NEC members? So what we'll do, Gladwin, and our apologies, we'll fix the time issue. And as I mentioned to the listeners, that we are going to be setting up a round table, hopefully thrash out all of these issues, have your voice as also a part of that particular conversation, if you do allow us. That I think it's important to talk about that, to talk about, the elective conference where Danny Jordan could be seeking another term in office, get your thoughts on how you feel about those and other things. This was more just to lay a foundation of what we witnessed via those videos that went viral on social media, and hoping that you would be a part of that roundtable conversation, if that's fine.
Thank you so much, Rob.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. That's Gladwin White, SAFA's NEC member, joining us right here on #MSW. And as I said, we promise you, we will bring you a fuller platform as well to thrash out all of these issues that happen within the SAFA NEC. Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Let the game begin. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.